My talk at colleges, it's called 3 Steps to Have It All. Believe, understand, and do. And the premise is, this guy right here, Alexander the Great, you ever heard of him? Mm-hmm. He never lost a battle. He conquered the known world. He had a teacher named Aristotle who taught him to read, to think, to fight. And he traveled the world conquering Macedon, Greece, the Ottoman Empire, Northern India, Egypt. Never lost a battle. On his free time, he read. And he's not the only one. You ever heard of Alexander Hamilton?
Yeah.
He wrote the Federalist Papers. He was a nobody from St. Croix with no parents, no one there for him, who worked his butt off. Reading books became valuable, and they paid for him to go to America, and he became the right-hand man. My Isaiah, that's Isaiah, or that's Alexander Hamilton. George Washington. He became the guy that wrote for Washington. I have a talk that I give. It's called "There's No Such Thing as a Millennial." Our country was created by one. His name was Alexander Hamilton. He was in his late 20s when he worked with Washington. He was in his early 30s. Generation Z, is that what they call it? How about this? Labels limit if you let them. He was 19 years old, Alexander the Great, when he took over King Philip II, his father's army. He took them over. He had a clear vision. He had a clear goal. He trained every day. He led from the front. He led by example. He read. He thought. He could see around corners. He beat everyone. He was 19. And then this is what happens. We're 19. We go to college because we have to. The average collegiate student studies 7 hours a week or something like that. It's a ridiculously low number. And then we go out on the weekend and we intoxicate and we fornicate. Think about it. That's what college is. You don't need to do that. You can time block that. But if you do the math, if you spend your weekends partying only, and you're there for 9 months and you spend 48 hours on the weekend in a blur, you'll never be Alexander the Great. Because that's a lot of hours. How many hours is that? 48 times 9 months, right? 48 hours a week is 196 times 9 is what, 2,000 almost? Thousands. Yeah, 2,000. Correct? Okay, so when we invest 2,000, or we spend 2,000 hours a year partying and not reading and studying and working on ourselves, what do we expect we're going to get?
Not much.
Not much, and that's my point. And this is the thing. Even if you cut that in half, you have half the time to have fun and half the time to devastate the world, to be strong, to be confident. Guy, I can only say this because I wasn't. No one loved me.
Doran.
So I didn't love myself until I knew myself and I found myself thinking. The book is not what it's about. It's not about memorizing a book. It's not about reading every line. It's about thinking. Now, how can you think? You surround yourself with people that think. Have conversations. Read, think about it. Put some new thoughts in your mind. So to answer your question, where does the content come from? It comes from thinking. Having more than the same 20 thoughts again and again and again. There's so many thoughts flooding in. How the heck do we not talk about stuff? And this is the crazy part. The reason the talk is about believing, understanding, and doing is because think about it. We raise our hand in math class, and we go, why do we need to learn this? And they go, shut up. You don't need to just study. This is the thing. What they tell you is not your problem. What you do about it is, you could ask yourself, well, wait, why would I really need to? Let's say I want to be a writer. Well, The average book is 60,000 words, 250 words a page. Let's do the math, 240 pages. If I write a page a day, how many days am I going to have to write the book? 240 days. Math is an expression of energy. Life is energy. Energy are thoughts. Math is important. History is important. Why? So we don't repeat it. Biology is important. Why? So we know about ourselves. Physiology is important. So we are alive. Writing is important. Because things that are written down, they matter because it took energy to write it. It was hard. And it made you think.